So continuing on with my Indiana journey, I realized I've never gone skiing before. Did you know that there is a ski resort called Perfect Slope? Can't remember, but I will update you when I get there. And it is a ski resort, so I think that is perfect for a beginner like myself. Because in a month and a half, I will be in Colorado actually skiing on an actual mountain. So I am excited to try this out to see if I like it before I go ahead and waste a ton of money in Colorado. I'm like, nope, not for me. So I'm heading to Lawrenceburg, Indiana, from Indianapolis. I'm on I-74 East, and I'm going skiing for the very first time.
Going towards 74 East right now. Yeah, what?
All right, so when you're thinking of Indiana, you're thinking of like flat lands, right? But today I am in southern Indiana, and I am actually at Perfect Slopes North Ski Resort. This is my first time. I'm nervous, but I just kind of want to tell you about some of the challenges that we've ran into. So you can prepay for a ticket, but you cannot prepay for a time. So right now we've gotten here, it's a little crowded. We struggled to find parking. We actually have to wait an hour and a half, and maybe some slots will open. So that's kind of one of the challenges that we're seeing today. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but I'm just saying maybe on a perfect weather day, you might run into some challenges. So I'm gonna keep you updated, kind of see how the day goes. I'm crossing my fingers I can actually get a slot because I'm excited, I'm pumped. I'm about an hour and a half away from Indianapolis right now, so not too bad, but I'd hate to have to drive home and not ski.
Speaking of parking, it took us about 40 minutes to find a parking spot because we were told to arrive after 3 p.m. because that's when that morning rush, they're done for the day. They've spent 6 hours on the slopes, so they're going home. But no, we came on the most crowded day that they've had all season. All right, pricing. I already talked to you a little bit about how to purchase a ticket. You have to do it. You can purchase a ticket, but you can't purchase the time. So let's talk about the pricing of the tickets. So a lift ticket is $57 for adults, $47 for children, and then it gets a little bit cheaper if you arrive later in the evening by about $10 to $15 cheaper. Rentals are not included in that lift ticket. That lift ticket just gives you the opportunity to be on the lift. That rental is going to cost you an additional $28, but it includes your boots, your gear, so it'll include like ski poles, snowboard, as well as your helmet. Everything else will be a la carte, but because of COVID, I don't believe they're doing like gloves, face masks, hats, things like that. You'll be on your own, but most people bring those already. So on average, you'll spend about $80 to $90 just for the activity alone. Unfortunately, we did see someone get injured on the slopes, but Ski Patrol was out, they were ready, and they were equipped to get her off to safety.
All right, so this is take two, as in this is day two, because on day one, we weren't able to get any snowboards. I mean, we waited for about 3 hours, and then after a while, we just gave up. So we drove back again. Again, it's only an hour and a half away. We're the first people here, first people in line. There's no one here yet, so it's also like 9 degrees outside right now, so it's pretty cold, but hopefully it's worth it since we're the first in line. I'm really excited, and hopefully today goes a lot smoother than yesterday because it was a struggle. Also, I'm hoping that no one's here today because today's Super Bowl Sunday, so I'm hoping everyone just wants to stay home. It also snowed in Indianapolis this morning. I'm hoping that kind of discourages the Indianapolis crowd from coming out. And again, it's also like 9 degrees or something, so I hope that also discourages more people so we can have the slopes to ourselves. It sounds kind of selfish, but we waited for 3 hours yesterday and hoping for a better day today. So yeah, I'm a little selfish.
Oh.
I got to go to backflip. She ain't no.
I'm on. I'm like, okay.
So I've got my board, snowboarding today. Apparently I have 2 different size feet. I've got 1 foot that's a size 8, 1 foot that's a size 7. I've also signed up for a lesson because I am not ready to be like these guys up here. I'm gonna go on the little baby hills.
I recommend taking the ski and snowboard lessons that they offer. It's only $10 for about an hour, but if you wanted that one-on-one time instead of the group setting, you can pay $60. I'm not sure how long that course is, but I felt like the $10 investment was worth it. The group I was in, it was about 5 people, and they were amazing, and I learned a ton. As a beginner, they do have a small course. They have about 3 courses for beginners, and there's a conveyor belt to kind of get you up to the top of the hill, and then you just kind of use the tools and the knowledge that you've learned in your introductory lesson to help you get to the bottom. Again, I can't stress it enough. If you've never been before, I definitely recommend taking that introductory lesson. Even though I was in a group lesson, I felt like I had enough individual time with the instructor. He had each individual student demonstrate after he did, and he critiqued us and gave us some tips and tricks and just gave positive feedback on how we could improve and just made it a great learning experience. So if interested, I recommend taking the course. Again, it's only $10 for a group setting.
Alrighty, so it's been about 2 hours that I've been out on the slopes. I am sweating. I feel a little more confident, so my goal this time is on camera. I'm gonna make it all the way down to the bottom, and I'm not gonna fall. Fingers crossed, but this is my challenge to myself, okay? Here we go.
The one thing I learned about snowboarding is when you fall, and you will, especially if you're a beginner, it's hard getting back up. In the video, after a while, I was just kind of like, forget this. I don't want that to be discouraging, but I was on the slopes and I was already tired because I was on there for 2 hours pretty much nonstop. It is a rewarding experience. It is challenging, and I've enjoyed it. Perfect slopes, or perfect north, I'm sorry. I appreciate you guys. I will be returning.